Let's talk about another interesting tool that Excel has. It's called the table tool. Now, similar to the last example, the table tool provides simply another way of applying an array. So what I want you to do in the spreadsheet that I gave you access to at the top of the page, there is a sheet called table tool. Why don't you access that? Now let's work on this together. What I want to do is we want to see how the future value changes, right, of this information here when the interest rate changes here in B3 and the deposit changes, which is in B6. So what I want you to do is I want you to select cell A9, and we're going to use the future value calculation here with the information that you see here. Now, let's work. Once you've done that, you're going to be able to. I want you, the future value calculation is going to be here, and I want you to create these headings as you see here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this with you in Excel. So I'm going to switch over to Excel. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the headings. So I'm going to. I think it starts out at 2, 4, and then I'm going to go to 20 periods, and then the interest rate I believe starts at 0.3, and when I say 0.3 I mean 3%, so it's going to be 0.03. Then I'm going to put here 0.035, then I'm going to autofill this like so. I believe at 10%. One more. Boom. Now, select cell A9, and we're going to use the future value function. Now, the way we do that, we click on the insert function button right here. And I'm going to type in FV, click go. And we want the FV right there, so I'm going to click OK. Now, in the rate box, we want cell B3, right? Let me move this over here a little bit. And for the number of periods, that's going to be cell B4. And for payment, that's going to be B6. And I'm sorry, it's not B6, it's B5. The present value is B6, that's the initial deposit. And the type is going to be 1, so B7. Now, notice how our value has a negative sign here. If you don't want a negative sign, simply put a negative sign in front of the present value. In front of, actually I'm going to do this differently. I'm just going to click enter, and I'm just going to put a negative sign in front of the FV, and it's positive. So you're going to get a future value of $172,790. So we're all set. So let me go back to the present PowerPoint. So what we're going to do is I want you to select cell range A9 to K19. Now notice how the upper left hand corner includes our formula right here, right? Then I want you to go to the Data tab, go to the Data Tools group, and click on the What If Analysis button, and then I want you to click on Data Table. Now, in the row input cell box right here, I want you to select cell B4, because that is the values we're going to be putting in the row, and in a column B3. Then click OK. And look at that. All of the values have been filled in with only one formula. And you could check your work here. You could see that at 10 years and then at 5%, it gives us a future value of 172,000, and that's exactly what we have here based upon this data. So you can see what we've done here is we're allowing the periods to change and the interest rates to change to see how this affects this. Now you could see that if you click on any one of these cells, you're not going to see this individual table. You're going to see the table formula. Watch, I'm going to go into Excel and I'm going to show you. So here's the data table here. If you click on anywhere inside of it, you don't see the formula. You just see this table function name, and notice the squiggly brackets, which tells you that this is an entire array here. This is the formula that we used to create this entire table array. So again, this is another way of using an array, but we're using the table tool to do it.